What's up, Flunkie Force? It's Game Flunkie here, and today I'm going to be commentating on my 1 hour run through, which I've broken down into like 10 minutes of what I went through in this 1 hour playthrough. I got to level 5, which I know ain't a lot out of 1,000, but you know. If you end up liking the video, please hit that like button. If you'd like to see more, please subscribe, and please, I'll be more than happy if you guys would share with your friends. Sorry about that. So, without further ado, like I said before, it's pretty much me commentating on what the 1 hour walk, pretty much a 1 hour walkthrough. Shortened down to 10 minutes to key points I think would be interesting to you guys. There you go. So, without further ado, let's get into this. Oh yeah, one of the first things I want to mention though is I went to the book lady. I didn't show this in the footage; it didn't really matter. But I wound up unlocking the Berserk book, which is the top, which you'll see right here. Basically, I didn't really see any difference. It didn't really do much for me. It just knocked my health away. I did wear it on my first run through before I died. It just knocked my health down, as you see right there. I was kind of confused. I was like, why is it taking my health away? And, like I said, it's very vague descriptions on what they're supposed to do on the books. So I'm assuming that when my health got low, I got stronger. So I was like, all right, I'll try. He's a pretty beefy defensive character, so I went ahead with that.
Whoop, whoop. Yeah, talking about sexy sword online. Yeah, Kirito.
Yeah, not my best moments.
Yeah. Stop the stream.
Yeah, that happened. So anyway, yeah, one of the new weapons I found on my playthrough, which I was there's a lot of other ones I found too. Like there's a weapon, like a flaming axe I found, a giant broadsword I found, looked like the Blade Buster Blade, whatever it's called from Final Fantasy VII, along with the new enemies, like this street shark looking fool over here that you guys have seen before in my other Let's Plays. Along with like those golems you see right there, they're more complete ones further in. So that's the one cool thing about the game, is it does get tougher as you get further in. Along with other new enemies, I ran into this crazy little bastard. The dog's been there before, but it's that spore-looking, like infectious thing. It's freaking awesome. I love it. And what's cool about it is I think they actually get you some kind of sickness, and you have to be careful. Kill them fast. Like they're weak from what I gathered, but just kill them fast. And another thing too is I think certain enemies are susceptible to certain elements, like fire is strong against certain other guys, than opposed to certain guys that are strong against that. I don't know that for sure. Another thing too is though, you'll see later in the video, is the level designs have changed. At least for me, when I got to level 3, they're pretty much more generically the same. So I was like, okay, well with the recent updates plus the Brutal Edition, they've really stepped up the game, harebrained schemes, and provided this different concept of the level designs, really pushing that procedural engine to really just give you that cool concept, that awesome looking levels, keep you on your toes, and plus giving you new enemies, like this little dog thing, hyena from hell. I don't know, which was really cool that I got my nice. That shield's actually pretty cool. That's an arcane shield. Okay, normally when you block, you'll run towards your enemy and you charge, or your R2, or whatever your secondary attack is, and it'll like sort of bump into him, knock him down. This attack, it has a special R2 attack, or sorry, L2 for your shield. L2 attack is like an R2 attack, but instead of it like damaging and knocking him down, he strikes the shield into the ground, and it sends out this shockwave of energy that kind of like disperses and knocks everybody down. So that was really cool. This is also not really a new character, sorry about that guys, a new ball or enemy, but what's interesting is that flaming axe, which I thought was pretty neat when I found it. And of course, as always, be careful when you're fighting on the red chrysalis, because you get stuck, and God knows you don't want to be stuck in that situation when you're fighting those things. Alright, so as you see, this is one of the changes to the level design. And right here, it seems the spore enemies, I don't know what you want to call them, are fighting the skeletons, which was really neat. Almost like there are little wars going on. Cool thing was, though, in their fight, because there's a lot more of them there, but I guess they killed the rest of them off, I picked up a whole bunch of items that I could use for crafting and stuff like that. So my advice to you is, if you're playing by yourself and you see them fighting, let them duke it out and just let them destroy the other. By the way, these guys are very weak, like I said before, so take them out quick. Now this I skipped to because I thought it was pretty neat. This is where I got my giant broadsword. And this is one of the new enemies that I encountered that I normally wouldn't have encountered before the update. I don't think I have. The Sandakar Bastard Sword, which I freaking love. This thing is massive. And here's another thing. I might be wrong because I haven't played a small guy or the original class, but this guy's attack's different than him. But this one's more of a wide kind of arc style of attack. Right, very slow. But I think in this clip I show you his ultimate. Yeah, here it is. I love it. So he does a charge with a shield, spins around, and stabs the ground. It's great, in my opinion, for numbers. If you're able to like just, know when to block. And it's great for his style because he's beefy. You take a lot of damage. I would recommend if you're in the other classes that are very weak and like not defensively strong. All right, so here are two new enemies. Of course, you have that guy, some kind of, I don't know, cloister, Pokemon reference. But he can pretty much teleport anywhere he wants behind you, so be careful. But that's not really the big problem. That guy over there, the little red dude, you saw right there, he can strike the ground, kind of like I said with my shield. But when he strikes the ground, he creates this like ripple effect with crystals, as you see there. And of course, it's not really that bad. But the thing is, it has also a side effect. It slows you down. And if you're playing as a slow character already, and you have that effect pop on you, and there's more than one of these guys, yeah, see how slow I'm moving? I can't even touch him. I couldn't figure it out, and I was like, why am I moving so slow? And that's what it was. He's constantly, he won't spam it, but what he does, it slows you down. And God knows you don't want to be in a slow character moving at an even slower rate of speed, especially when you're surrounded. And you probably are running into more of these guys further into the game. So my best bet to you is, if you see them, take them out first, or get in close. Like this right here, boom. Once I got in close, it was curtains, he was out. Like I said, don't worry about the cloister-looking fella. You can take him out easily. All he's really known for me was he was just porting around, which I would have killed myself if I hadn't noticed that there was that other guy slowing me down. So, oh yeah. So here's another new enemy I found out too. This guy is kind of creepy looking. Again, it's pretty much a callback to the game. I just love the fact that this guy. Look how interesting, gnarly he looks. He's got like this like fungal fighter-looking face. He's fighting with dual weapons, which I wish I could do that. That'd be awesome. But another thing I want to show you is the halberd, or that spear. I love that spear. Sorry. It has a large striking radius. All right. Oh, that's another thing. The bombs too. That's another little tidbit of things I found. They also introduced bombs. I don't know if they had it before, but remember, I'm level. Oh, never mind. That's probably why I'm on level 4 at this point. Yeah. So. That's really cool. Was that enemy is just gnarly looking, got the spider face, and like I said, it's a callback to how cool the game developers were by listening to the player base. I thought it was neat. All right, so in the beginning of the video, I talked about the golems too, and just skipping around. But I remember I told you the golems that had one arm, whatever. But this is complete, at least one of the complete versions of them. Yeah. So just like its counterpart, where he's very slow in striking, you know, you just keep moving around and keep dodging his attacks. But, however, instead of having just that one strike attack, he has this. So, 360-degree radius attack. The best thing to do, kind of like in Dark Souls, just roll underneath it, move to his backside, and take him out, or flank him. Don't try to take him head on. Even if you're a heavy defensive character, unless you have the Stone Skin Potion, which will pretty much boost your health and makes you harder to hit, I don't recommend taking on this guy. Now, his sword that he drops is pretty much like the broadsword. Broad strikes attack, so don't really worry too much about that. I didn't really see much difference in it. But the reason why this is, now to the next part, which you're seeing right here, the reason why I'm ending it right here is to show you just how difficult it gets at level 5, only at level 5. Now, up to this point, I pretty much got down my rhythm. I know what I'm doing. As you see, it's hard as hell for them to take me out. But what that was right there was the crossbow that I found further in, which I freaking love that. Now, here's something you want to know. Now, you know how you can equip multiple shields at all times? Well, here's a little tidbit of advice. Get a shield, whatever reason, find a shield you like, keep it. Obviously, you're going to trade it out. But if you get a crossbow, keep the crossbow. Reason being is that crossbow, you constantly can spam that. And you'll see me do that in this fight when I get back into a corner. Now, here I go. Now, I've switched out to my shield, and I'm getting ready to, because I don't know if they're going to hit me. I can't really, I'm trying not to look behind, because I'm like, oh shit, but no. So that's what I did. I just spammed the attack, and I just kept hammering away at them. And that's what I did, and just kept dwindling down those numbers, preventing them to get on top of me. Granted, I kind of screwed up further in, and you will see that. Well, no, actually, no, I didn't. So that was the point. And that's pretty much what I'm telling you. At that point, use that crossbow to fight back. So there you go, guys. There's the Brutal Edition. That's how it is. I freaking love it. I hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you next time, Flunkie Force. Take it easy.